Okay, we should be live. I'm gonna quickly check the sound and just in time for server restart. Let's take a look. Alright. Let's jump into GM mode again. Live. I mean not live, I mean privately live. I'm just checking it with my phone just in case. Everything seems to be functional and ready as usual. Okay, let's see where Americans have their base on. That's a pretty nasty weather. Looks like Scotland. Okay. I mean, I like Scotland. It's pretty cool. But the rain can be unbearable sometimes. Right. Here we go. So we got Soviets over here. Gotta change to admin mode. That's better.
That sounds terrifying.
Let's see if I can maybe spy with my little eye what Soviets are gonna be up to, if they're gonna be sharing some intel that I'm not willing, that I'm not able to share with anyone prior to the match's end, unfortunately. Very unfortunately.
Sorry to know what that's gone off again.
Had some great footage last time.
For the time being, just join this squad with me, and when the other two jump in, Bomber, you jump in with them. I'll get one of them to set up the squad with you being new and all that.
Yeah, we'll do, mate.
Some people borrowed my footage from the last time as well. It was nice that it's useful not just to me, but to someone else as well.
No, just join it now.
How to do it?
We need Alpha now. So you hold your select button, like the back button on the controller.
Yeah, put this in.
I'm not sure how you bring, however you bring up your group's menu.
Hang on. Yeah, I've got it, yeah.
Yeah, and then just go down to the one that I'm in there and select join.
I'm in it.
That's it. That's it. Now you're part of the mechanised infantry crew squad now.
I can't get in as gunner, you know, on the BTR.
You will be able to, because now you're part of the mechanised.
Ah, right, okay. I wanna build shit.
Alright, let's take a look at the Americans. Those should be somewhere near the airfield if I'm not mistaken. Yes, here they are. Wonder if I'm gonna be able to hear proximity chat as well while I did not spawn myself yet. I still don't understand fully how proximity voice chat works in this game. Sometimes it works fine, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, when it comes to spectating people. Okay, looks like there is still quite a few Americans missing after the server restart. I might need to spawn as American so I can hear them. So let's do that now. Ah, now I can... no, never mind. So we've got less than 6 minutes of staging phase, which is great.
Special forces, but there's like two different special forces. There's special forces recon.
I'll try to delete myself. Let's see if that will help my proximity voice chat issues I was having, so I do not have to respawn all the time.
I'll just take the helmet instead of the cap. Cap looks cool, but...
Honestly, the patch
oh, and there was no armor as well.
Yeah, there's no flak vests.
Okay, I have flak vest and helmet now. There's a medic, that's perfecto. But yeah, guys, if you need medical assistance during the firefights, let me know. Don't die silently.
Trouble. Trying not to be trouble and be useful. That's appreciated. He's a great guy. He's helpful a lot in many ways. But that really goes the same for pretty
We're
much
still
all
waiting
of
for
the regulars over
Swiss
here
then.
on Season Secure, at least from HSC. They're always fun to play around with. Looks like some Americans did enjoy the server after the restart. Or I'm not sure what's
Why is
going
everyone
on.
joining Soviet? 17 versus 7, what the fuck?
I really wanna win.
So you got
That's just not fun.
9 Americans and 17 Soviets. That's practically 2-to-1 ratio.
I made it.
Okay, Swiss joined. Perfect, Americans are getting
Because
their
we have
reinforcements.
One less because Lion is not playing on the ground.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, Lion is spying on you. He's laughing at you from the sky. All your misfortune. Yeah, I'm rooting for you, to be fair. All the time. That's why I'm spectating you mostly. I'm heavily biased. Not by pressing buttons, but just looking at you when you were not expecting me to. I only take breaks for shower time. I do not spectate you while you're taking shower. That's what I can promise you.
Hello.
That's
Thank you
Swiss.
very much.
So, who's the squad
And
leader?
this, me,
Do
Bonnie.
you wanna do it, Travel?
No,
Enter.
Brad is squad leader.
Oh, okay, great.
I created the group, so I got myself trapped into this.
Okay, good. I'm fine with this.
Who's commander?
Not me, I'm tight as fuck.
Then it has to be Basti, I guess.
I mean, if you only have one squad.
Vote for Basti, vote for Basti.
I mean, if you only have a front squad, we don't really need a platoon commander, or do we divide into multiple squads?
No, we have Brad as squad lead, but we don't have platoon commander.
Yeah, but if we only have front squad, what's the point of a commander?
I don't know, I think you still need it to like assign shit, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. And to use
Hey,
the
Brown,
You
That's it.
have to have it.
someone has to take
Ja,
it.
bei Season Secure ArmA.
I take it after I die.
Ja, das ist schon. Das ist schon. Wir sind zu wenige.
Let's get in the vehicles,
Ready,
no?
guys.
Ja, jetzt haben sie ein bisschen aufgeteilt. Jetzt sind wir 13 gegen 16. Amerika, du hast wieder die Cobra.
I can shoot lightnings, right? And it's gonna be a lot of friendly.
Du bist dann.
I can
Oh yeah. It's gonna be fun. Okay, enough messing around. Oh wait, proximity chat works now?
Give me my backpack.
Huh, interesting.
Oh, corporal for backpack? Come on. Come on.
Okay, I guess I don't have to reset myself all the time. Can I shoot lightnings in admin mode? I should be able to, right? No, I can't, only in GMO. Okay.
Multiplies them. But we do need to deal with enemy there, so my suggestion is go get yourself goblins. Load up.
It won't let me.
Care.
Will it not?
Suck on that toe right there.
That must, you know what? That'll probably be because when
A bit
started
scary.
it started as that's not gonna work then,
Oh,
is it?
hang on, I'm on it.
Oh,
I'm
good.
on it, yeah.
Close that shit.
Right, we ready to roll?
We've
This
got
is
the
the
lights on.
7th
We got
ArmA
our
pilot
infantry
I've
in.
met this week.
Well, mate, you might as well just join our group as well, yeah?
I'm gonna throw lightning or two every now and then. Just for immersion.
If there's anyone without a seat to ride in, just jump in the VTR and we'll drop you over there. You should be able to.
I think we're full, you know.
Can't be done.
Oh, there was a tower here? No. Okay. Where are you flying? Very slightly, of course. Soviet Heinz going past Tyrone towards east. As usual, from the beginning of the round, these are only transport helos. No cars available for the first 40 minutes. And I just realized there is no staging phase anymore because they are already on their way. So they seem to be heading towards Kermovan right now. This little peninsula. Right over here. Where is most likely another FIA base. So first contact with FIA for Soviet side. Co-pilot jumping off. Seems this is the only passenger right now. I see some supplies inside the heli. And the other heli is right now over here. How many passengers? None. Okay. So Milk is heading towards FIA base, which is located somewhere around. This is probably just supply cache. Fair enough. Let's take a look at the Americans. They are just capturing FIA base over here. Making sure they are dead. Come on, Gerbert. Give it a knock. Oh, you're just looting them now. And Purple making double sure that they are dead. Meanwhile, Delirious, I wonder what he's up to. He probably drove here with a car. There is a transport helo, civilian one. Okay, this has to have been spawned over here because there is no way someone could have successfully land here and not break it. That goes into bug report. That's weird. Delirious is heading towards the town of Meow. And I'm not sure where to because I don't see anything of importance here. And for some reason Chevkov disconnected. Maybe some connectivity issues again. It's very unfortunate. Come on, I want admin mode. There we go, thank you. ArmA pilot is being transferred pilot again. Later most likely CAS as well. We get Americans heading towards MCU. Which is being driven by Breadman. Can it take more people inside? No, it can't. Okay. So just 3 people in. And that's about it. Rest of them will have to take either helicopter or any other kind of transport. Meanwhile, Twisp is on the way towards Tyrone. Not exactly if that's exactly where he's going to, but that's about the direction. Meanwhile, we have some shots fired from this FIA base over here. Some bugged FIA. And we have BTR shooting down to this FIA base from the hill. Okay, this FIA base has practically no chance. As expected. It's gonna be soon in Soviet hands. So loads of Soviets already going down the hill to capitalize on this assault on the FIA base. Few of last FIA survivors on the scene. I think that's about it. Okay, there is some shooting going on around this FIA base, which is being engaged by American team from several sides. Eliminated deployment of Gerbert, Swiss and Chile. Is it Chile? Yes. Meanwhile, ArmA pilot is heading probably for a recon towards Tyrone. It seems. No, he's changing his direction back to Meow. Back to Mo. Okay, I will try to pronounce it correctly from now on. And he's turning back, most likely to their main base, to pick someone else up. We still have TM92 and several others in the previous US base. Still probably gearing up and setting up defenses for the next, just in case it would be needed next time. There will be Soviets pushing on this base. Michael Gira meanwhile joined the match. Nice to see him here again. Gerber, Chile, Swiss and Trouble are pushing hard on FIA base, making it ultimately in American position. We have one last FIA guy dying heroic death behind the fence. Few more FIA survivors in the area. Nothing the American team can handle. Okay, Cheftov's back. Hopefully this time for good. Some of you is joining this American side of things. Nice of him to join from Soviet team to American when there was not enough of them. Meanwhile, ArmA pilot is getting shot at from distance, probably from Soviets all the way over here. Who seem to be up to making really strong defense around this base. I'll see if I can hear them. Oh, I can. All I had to do was to switch to GM mode. Interesting.
Oh, yeah, no,
what you need to make.
with me.
Leave it already. I'll leave it to you because Kraken's only going to follow behind us in the UAZ.
Got to go with my infantry team.
Yes.
Anyone looking to move up with the BTR, jump in now. We're going to start to push for the next base.
Alright, all supplies are unloaded.
Have you had any? Have you bumped into anything? Have you hit anything?
No, I got shot.
Yeah. I've got the same at the moment because I hit a tree. So just give it a bit of time.
So we're currently following a larger group of Soviets following east coast line, heading from Tyrone to the direction of Kermoven. Meanwhile, Americans are already in front of Kermoven next to power plant, which is the middle strategic point of this entire match. If I'm gonna zoom in, I'm still not able to see exactly the whole battlefield, so I'm gonna do it this way. On the left side of my screen, this is roughly where Soviets have their main base, this is roughly where Americans have their base, and the power plant is right over here in the middle of everything. So we got some Americans pushing already on power plant itself. Meanwhile, we transport behind over here with pilot and co-pilot. Probably making the deployment soon, or maybe perhaps going for a supply run. Not sure which yet. Meanwhile, Americans are hastily killing every FI combatant in the area of power plant, making their way clear so they can capture the base and set up some improvised defenses before Soviets will manage to get on the scene. Which shouldn't take too long because Soviets are currently just one base away from the power plant. So Americans seem to have quite a significant heads up when it comes to progress on the map. Right now trying to capture this FI base just southwest of Kermoven. Okay, you're not gonna see much through the smoke. I wonder what Delirious is up to, because I'm very mistaken by his strategy so far. I wonder who else is at the main base. Maybe some people that managed to get killed. This Artyom looks like he's pilot waiting for a heli. I'm gonna quickly check what's happening on American side of things. My internet is a bit slow, so apologies for any desync. Okay. Delirious is pinging Game Master for some reason. Okay, Delirious is saying that he can't see anything and he needs to respawn. So he's asking for admin's intervention. Okay, since I'm already here, I'm gonna do it for him. And I just announced it into the game chat that I took care of Delirious. Okay. We have some casualties here on FIA base that is already under Soviet rule. Meanwhile, we have transport helo probably finishing deployment of Americans over here. Just in time to prep it for Soviet invasion. I wonder what this is gonna be. Okay, we got AA nest. I see, that's pretty useful, yeah. Good placement. We have two Americans, Trouble and Swiss pushing towards Kermovan itself, who is currently occupied by FIA combatants. We counted 2, and we also have dead, 2 dead pilots of this FIA, of this Hind. So Soviets practically lost Hind to FIA at Kermovan, which is suboptimal, to put it mildly. Gerber meanwhile is asking for crewmen for LAVE, and ArmA is probably holding supplies for what I understood. Brosman joined the fight. It's nice of him to join even later into the game as well. He will probably join Americans, perhaps. I'm not sure. Meanwhile, Samofios, Malka Gira and TM92 are pushing towards south side, where they do expect Soviets to come from. Soviets are meanwhile in no rush. They are just now getting inside a BTR to roll out finally. This will be one hell of a kill if Americans will be able to jump them with some bazooka or something heavier. Meanwhile, transport MIA being engaged from Tyrone by FIA. Not sure where this MIA is heading to right now. Seems to be heading to this supply cache, but they are heading straight into enemy fire from FIA. So I'm not sure what the plan is over here. Meanwhile, we have Soviets finally pushing towards power plant with fully loaded BDR, probably for sake of speed, moving everything. While we have also command truck parked next to this FIA base, former FIA base. Meanwhile, Clay is putting all caps reminder that instead of double tacking downed enemies, you can capture them. He explains how first. Just get close enough to see the menu on them and use take prisoner. It will give you your team 10 tickets back. And will probably remove the downed player. Okay, that makes sense. It's really helpful. It's a shame he has to remind mid-round, but it's better than nothing, right? Anyway, we got Americans most likely hitting arriving BTR and getting ready quickly into fighting position. Meanwhile, Soviets are discussing what to do here. I wonder if that voice chat reset will work now. It works, perfect. Samofios is engaging. Okay, downing 4 people, killing 2 instantly. Meanwhile, Odortonois and Silly Corgan are pushing towards Samofios, killing him. Silly Corgan getting a ricochet from a bullet from I don't even know where. Meanwhile, we have still Michael Gira and TM92 in the area, about to get engaged by Soviets rushing in. Odortonois got killed by Michael Gira from very close distance. BTR meanwhile is getting quickly away, and we have few surviving Soviets facing down and being unable to get up on their feet yet. TM92 is probably finishing Soviets on the ground now. I hear some heavy shots, probably from bazooka towards BTR's position. There's no way BTR can see them anywhere in the tree line. They are covered by bushes. So Twisp and Gerbert are pushing towards BTR. Gerbert is hiding behind the rock. Oh, he's incapped. Okay. So it's up to Twist to help him out. Meanwhile, BTR is seems to be pulling away. Since his position is compromised, Twisp is not having it. Shooting back to BTR. Meanwhile, Kraken Peril and Bomber Basin woke up and are able to fight again. Silicorgan is still operational, and so is TM92, waiting for the moment to strike again. You got Transport Hind in the area, this time deploying 2 people. ArmA Pilot is probably running supplies and using his UE for reconnaissance. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Still fight ongoing over here. Silicorgan is looking for TM92, who happens to be right next to him, besides beyond this bush line. I think this is gonna go down quickly because he's heading straight towards TM92's position. TM92 is like praying mantis, hearing or sensing some vibrations in the nearby bush. Immediately targets Silicorgan and going for a kill. And he got it. If silencer, it's really deadly. Meanwhile, Gerbert Wisp and TM92 seems to be encircling these 2 Soviets who remained in the area.
I think for us, don't move much, because we're a bit fragile.
Wisp is taking shot at Bomber Basin, killing him. Kraken Peril couldn't see Wisp in time and is just shooting into general direction of those American shots. And Gerbert is capitalizing on Kraken's confusion, finishing him off, clearing this area of remaining Soviets. Let's take a quick overview of what else is going on in this area in general. We have some reinforcements, supply trucks loaded. Humvee 50 being driven by some mafios and making it very unpleasant drive for Barpal, who happens to be in-cab gunner right now. Meanwhile, we have Soviets with BTR that drove over all around and arrived to the west side of this power station or power plant. And we have Chile rushing towards position of BTR. Not sure what his plan is, but it was suboptimal to say at least, because he got completely destroyed by BTR and rideable over here. Okay, those 2 supply trucks are in for a bad time. Meanwhile, you have FI still shooting from this American base. Yeah, this is going to bug reports as well. This shouldn't be happening. Huey, ArmA Pilot with Huey is still making... Okay, so looks like those supply trucks ran across BTR directly. So BTR is going for supply trucks while I think it's bot 1908 is gunner, and he was looking after trouble and other Americans in the area, but driver was not letting him to take a good shot. He seemed to be turning around, probably going to the same place. I'll take a quick look again. We have now American versus Soviet push at around the same area. So BTR is trying to probably create some confusion, running over this property and scaring everyone off who happens to be in the area. Meanwhile, Dry Devil is pushing on his own towards power plant, probably going for a logistics driver who is not there. He just forgot to put on handbrake, which might confuse Dry Devil. We have AA missing shot on Brosman, most likely. Well, Brosman for some reason is chasing ArmA Pilot in his transport Huey. But this is extremely dangerous because there might be more Americans down with Stingers waiting exactly for this opportunity of patient transport pilot from Soviet side, finishing him off. That looks like, who was it, Horseman, who managed to dodge that one Stinger missile, and he's just doing his own thing anyway. Meanwhile, ArmA pilot is most likely doing that reconnaissance flight, as I said before, flying right over the nearest Soviet base, trying to spot anything. Meanwhile, we have near miss from Igla heading towards this Huey. Good timing with flares. Let's see if there will be maybe one more. There is one more. And beautiful hit on a Huey. This time those flares did not work. We have a death spiral and looks like ArmA pilot is dead already, and this is just his flying corpse going down. So good job on that. Good job on taking down that Huey. Exceptional kill. I forgot by who. One of probably Krambam 92, I would assume. One of pilots of this transport Mi-8. Meanwhile, we have Twisp somehow going all around Soviets, pushing through and flanking them from a side. Let's see how much damage he can bring onto this base. Looks like whoever built this base is not here anymore. Just ran off. I think it was auto noise. Okay, I'm gonna zoom out again and take a look at bigger picture. We have Skin 81 doing the same to LAV. No, to BTR. Someone took BTR crew. Okay, might have been Chile. Most likely not. He has only a grenade launcher, so unless he used bazooka and dropped it already, I don't know. Must have been someone else. Meanwhile, we have Soviet helicopter currently making drop of one person, truck and barrel 1459. Suboptimal dismount, but working either way, so why not? So BTR is definitely toasted, but Skin 81 might have possibly still fighting chance if he's gonna wake up before this BTR is gonna blow up. And unless Barpal will go there and finish him off, or maybe take him as a prisoner. Let's see which one is it. Okay. Well, Barpal did not consider it, and Skin 81 survived the explosion and potentially is capable of respawning. This goes to bug report as well. Okay. What else do we have here? We have Milk all the way over here for some reason. Looks like he's downed pilot. That would make sense then. Okay, so Soviets, Americans seem to be in firm position of power plant. Getting ready to attack, while Twisp is probably causing havoc and... Okay, he's stealing Soviet command truck. Well done. Trying to figure it out, controls in Azbuka. Looks like he's managing. Okay, and stealing command truck out of their base. Okay, meanwhile Soviets are still focusing on the attack on power plant, I suppose. It's gonna be some background noise. Okay, what else do we have? Skin 81 woke up eventually and is operational now. Good job on surviving that. Okay, Kraken Peril, who was deployed here by helicopter earlier, is pushing towards power plant, unaware of Samofius looking for him, together with I3D. Because what else otherwise those two would be doing here? They are definitely investigating that helicopter landing from earlier. And I think Kraken is done for because Samofius is looking at him and creeping up from behind, killing him instantly. Investigation well done, Sarah. You succeeded. Now take care of Skin 81 and it's even better. Because Skin 81 just heard those shots, probably, and he's looking in the general direction of where he heard them. So now he expects some Americans in the area pushing from that direction, which is not that far, but it's still slightly behind the horizon. Meanwhile, Americans still have to assume that there might be some Soviets deployed in the area. They can't be sure of area being clear completely yet. Chevkov is having Milk in his way, and I'm not sure how, but Milk seems to be aware of Chevkov's location, roughly, I guess. I hear two helicopters. I'm a pilot in Huey with two guys, and it's Rocket Huey, so the rule against assault helicopters has been lifted already. And we have, looks like a regular transport hind going from behind this attack Huey that just went to American base. And we have Americans shooting towards Brosman piloting this hind. Unfortunately for Americans, Stinger missed entirely. Brosman making deployment of two people over here, just northeast of power plant right now. Which is unfortunate because we still have Samofius and I3D in the area. And the Rocket Huey going to investigate as well, which is gonna hurt big time. Just about now. Beautiful hit on heli. Out of action. Brosman getting out, Slavar as well. Both are still alive. Let's see for how long. Okay, both dead. Sorry, just Brosman is dead. Slavar is still salvageable. But Samofius is going for a kill as we speak. He's very close, investigating. There he is. Now he's got confirmation of where Milk was. At least I believe it was Milk. What about you? Have you died already? Yes, he did. Okay, beautiful interception of enemy reinforcements in the area. Silikorgin is pushing towards power plant, mostly on his own, it seems. He's not waiting. And meanwhile, Soviets who have been preparing their assault on power plant are pulling away. Probably because of the TWISP. They seem to try to probably investigate the area, look for their command truck that was stolen by TWISP earlier. Meanwhile, we have a hind shooting at a Huey. Both helis getting killed. Unbelievable. A stroke of bad luck for both. Okay, Huey is done for, and so is Assault Hind. We have Dry Devil and Captain Ledger pushing towards this Soviet base. That is occupied by TWISP right now, waiting for Soviets to come back probably. And I'm getting disconnection, it seems. That's unfortunate. Stalled. Really? Interesting. Okay, let's take a look. Yep, server seems to be fully functional, it's just disconnection on my end, so it's ArmA thing. Everyone is playing as usual. That's suboptimal for me, but it is what it is. So, come on. Give me the game again. This is what we're here for. Okay. Back into the action. Reset my drawing distance. There we go. And where were we? So we're at power plant right now. That is supposed to be still captured by Americans. Meanwhile, my internet connection does not allow me to synchronize everything instantly. I have to wait and wait and wait because the stream is pulling all the juice from my internet connection. So the stream that is not even live anymore because people didn't want me to take chances on stream sniping. Anyway, you still have what you want, overview of the battlefield. Even if it's not in real time, at least you can take a look at it later from the start to the end. Lots of people really like that, so I'm just gonna keep doing it. I'm enjoying it as well, and I might possibly help it by spawning as a character in the area, I suppose. There we go. Finally.
No, I just killed one. I don't see anyone.
At least I didn't miss on that heli action. That was very fortunate to witness. It's always fun to see helicopters to go down in flames. And I'm one of the pilots. I'm one of those that really like to fly helicopters, so don't think I'm saying it as a despite. I love flying helicopters, but I also don't mind losing. Okay, we've got Cobra in the air. This is gonna hurt a lot. Cobra is already engaging someone. They are shooting at Skin 81. Kraken behind a mounted gun. But they are just patrolling the area. They are not committed to shoot anyone down specifically. Meanwhile, Dry Devil is shooting at this Cobra by something. It's just a machine gun. What else is going on? Okay, so Americans went into the offensive, taking most likely already this Soviet base. Well, technically not yet, but they are about to twist around, killing everything that moves. Meanwhile, Cobra is circling around this area as well, looking to cause any trouble. I see vehicle coming down, driven by Brossman. He's alone. Lots of Soviets at the main base. Oh, beautiful kill on vehicle over here. That happened to have 3 people in. I believe one of them just fell off the car from the machine gun. Good kill with Cobra. He's shooting at the farm. It doesn't happen to have anyone in it. Maybe FI, or maybe he just thought he saw something. Delirious is pinging Game Master. Maybe he's having some issues with that blurriness again. But I shouldn't intervene. Plus I don't have time for that, unfortunately. I'm not person assigned to that. Krambam is clearing the supply cache of FI combatants. I hear Cobra shooting down. Probably on Brossman again. who happens to be inside the vehicle alone. Meanwhile, Fangul is around as well. Okay, he is Igla, so he's looking probably to score a kill on Cobra if he's still loaded, because I unfortunately disconnected, so I'm not sure if he has still missile in the tube or not. But he gave up on that as he lost track of Cobra right now, so that's very convenient to Cobra crew. Looks like Americans are fully committed and not letting any Soviets going through past this second FIA base. One is over here next to Americans, and the next closest one is right over here where Cobra is right now shooting from all the way over here. Probably preemptively, hoping to get some spawn kills on this Soviet base, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the first base after this main operational base, where half of Soviet team is currently. So they are gearing up, getting some Iglas with them this time to get rid of that pesky Cobra crew, and about to get to the battlefield. Kraken meanwhile is butthurt because his only vehicle from the base that is supposed to take into the battlefield left without him, but that was not due to any kind of a personal spite, it was due to lack of empty seats. So Cobra crew is probably focusing on this Soviet truck, which looks like command truck, so that will be pretty useful kill to have. However, for some reason Cobra did not fire on it yet. Meanwhile they are turning around and probably completely missing on the chance to kill that command truck because they completely lost sight of it. So, just for clarification, that command truck is now where Clay and Kerholand 2021 is, in the tree line, while Cobra is getting shot from ground from FIA, it seems, of all people. So currently FIA is causing more danger to Cobra crew than Soviets themselves, which is pretty sad and ironic. Hopefully that will change soon, as we have more Soviets rushing from the main base to the battlefield. Several of them having Iglas ready to shoot and scoop. Something going on in the chat. I'm gonna take a look if it's important or not. Okay, Soviets are pushing very carefully on this base that is finally in American position now. But Twisp is looking at Kerholand to clear him out. Meanwhile, Delirious is pinging admin again. I'm not sure if intentionally or not. I'm gonna leave that up to Clay to decide. Okay, looks like Cobra crew scored some kill, probably on Soviet truck. Although I don't think it was a kill, I think he was shooting on empty vehicle because I haven't seen anything in my admin kill feed. Twisp is still occupying this little hill over here next to the base, while Brosman is getting up from behind Twisp's location. Soviets are finally advancing in, and Twisp might be actually see Brosman coming up the hill. Yes, he saw him, and so did Brosman. So it's a fair fight now because both of them noticed each other around the same time. Brosman is looking for Twisp up the hill. Twisp meanwhile quickly ran away and is probably repositioning. Where is Twisp? Did Brosman kill Twisp? I didn't notice. Okay, Looks like Brosman managed to kill Twisp after all. Delirious killed Barpal on this American base and got knocked down in return. Meanwhile, we have LAV overseeing this area. So this is gonna be pretty nasty if there will be any Soviet trying to push through without appropriate firepower against this LAV. Meanwhile, I wonder what those Igla guys are doing. He's aiming. And Igla's up. Missing. Okay, Cobra is definitely aware of that now. We have LAV shooting. That was trouble. Okay, an Igla finally hit. Cobra is going down. Good hit, good hit. That was done by bot 1908, right over here at Soviet base. Okay, that was kill well done. Good job. Meanwhile, in the chat there is something concerning some kind of a bug. Almost constant notifications of enemies at main operational base. Okay, that's from Soviet side. That's strange. Okay, we have Delirious pushing towards LAV. And I hear a hind in the area. Delirious is pinging Game Master again while next to LAV. His hind is wearing bombs. Still has a gunner, I believe. Hind is not going... He's going slower than I would like him to, because I cannot slow down my camera more. But it's just my skill issue, I suppose. LAV is repositioning, and so is Hind. He's probably making one deployment for Slavar, who is sitting in the back, passenger seat. So you get one gunner and pilot. This is a deadly combination for sure. Because from my experience, gunner of the helicopter can do significantly more damage simply due to the fact he can adjust his gun and doesn't have to point with the entire body of the helicopter, so whatever he shoots, it's much more precise than whatever dumb rocket or bomb can be deployed by the pilot of the helicopter. Okay, Delirious is clearly having some skill issues because he's pinging Game Master constantly while being surrounded by enemies. Behind is barely avoiding LAV fire, but he managed to avoid it anyway, so good job there. Taking a quick flyby next to power plant, very low to the ground and to the sea level. Heading towards the main operational base on American end. And my camera is getting crazy again. We've got Cobra in the air again, right in front of his hind. Now committing to taking down the hind as it's looking at him. And Cobra absolutely shredded it to pieces. Going down. Beautiful kill on Cobra. Cobra Crew is completely to pieces. Didn't want to say clueless, which was first on my mind, because they had a clue, but they lost the fair fight. Dropping bombs on probably Americans. We have Stinger shooting at Mi-24 over here, missing. Meanwhile, Krambam, the pilot of this Mi-24, is taking evasive maneuvers and heading far off onto the open sea. see also LAV fire. It's a very skilled flying behavior. Okay, he's coming back towards power plant, currently above Kermoven. Still having 3 bombs left at least, I see. Getting engaged by LAV again. And not killing anyone, but unloading all of his bombs. I was hoping to score some kills with Americans guarding the area most likely, west of power plant, but unfortunately for pilot of this Hind, that area was clear of Americans. LAV might be meanwhile engaged by lots of infantry around this area because they're not shooting at the heli. Meanwhile they focus on, I see 2, 4, 6, 7 Soviets pushing right alongside this rock and alongside all this base. But unfortunately for Soviets, there seems to be no one with RPG or anything heavier for that matter that could take care of that LAV. There is one guy with Igla on his back, but that's about it. And this Hind is, unless they're gonna get some really precise shot with the gunner, they're not gonna be able to do anything to that LAV. Meanwhile we have American looking at Hind and trying to load his Stinger going, missing. Good effort, but not good enough. Okay, Hind is going back for a rearm. Brosman is driving a little band with supplies in. Americans meanwhile are pushing on another Soviet base. Michael Gira, Samafius behind, 50 cal on top of Humvee and Saba very close to them, probably heading the same direction. Meanwhile Americans are slowly chewing through Soviet reinforcements on this formerly Soviet base. I-3D is scoring kills on bot 1908. She might just miss that due to the bush. Holland is getting engaged by at least 2 Americans from alongside the road. I wonder where LAV is shooting on top of the hill. Currently looking at Odopono's area. Who happens to be the only Soviet around this rock already. Holland is meanwhile still close to the main road. Slavar and Brosman just joined this Soviet push. Slavar has... Okay, that's not good, because this command truck is being engaged by Twisp now from very close. So what was probably going to happen now, if Twisp wouldn't be around, Brosman would unload supplies, and that would mean that Soviets would spawn again over here at this command truck and start to push that lost Soviet base. But unfortunately, Twisp killed Slavar, who happens to be also platoon commander it seems, and Brosman is capitalizing on Twisp's confusion about Slavar being the only one in the area it seems. Or maybe Twisp was just trying to quickly disable this spawning truck before anyone could spawn in. Bomber Basin is getting very lucky that this LAV didn't drive him over. I'm not sure what the plan is here. Maybe they have some explosives they could use. Maybe they're just waiting for an opening, quite literally, in this LAV, which is suboptimal to say the least. Both of them are exposed, so in case Bomber Basin will manage to quickly get up without getting hurt, he's gonna be able to kill both of them, or at least one of them. Either is fine, if you ask me, because if he's gonna kill Gunner, LAV won't shoot, at least not immediately. and if they will kill driver, then gunner will be relatively easy kill as well pretty soon. At least he won't be able to move and shoot at the same time in the LAV, which is always something you can work with. You can throw smokes to confuse the driver who was previously gunner, and it's just getting very chaotic. I'm not sure what happened here. Probably Shevkov noticed or heard someone sneaking in front of the LAV and decided to just drive away to avoid any possibility of incursion. I'll try to spawn somewhere so I can hear them better. Oh, hold on, I don't have to spawn, I can just switch to Game Master, right? I suppose. This should work for resetting my proximity voice chat. Who's the breadman? Okay, hit on Mi-24 and he might be uncapped. The pilot is probably down because heli is going in a very sharp turn down. No, hold on. It was just some desync because behind is still operational somehow. Okay, great job. Got another stinger coming. Missing the bombs. And now we have another dogfight between Cobra and Assault Hind. Cobra taking initiative and quickly getting behind Hind, shooting the machine gun. Okay, getting good hits on Hind. But Hind is not having it. Still fully operational and trying to outmaneuver Cobra. Probably trying to get away now. Getting really far and really fast, which might be very helpful because he's heading back towards Soviet side, which means Cobra is now exposing itself heavily towards Igla fire from any nearby area. Hind is heading towards Soviet main base, which is also area of denial for any American. So if they would get too close to the main operational base, there will be some penalty in the form of instant death. But they are not close that yet, and looks like Hind is committing for a kill and putting Cobra on fire, setting Cobra on fire. Okay, this was exceptionally well done. Well done, Hind crew, well done. But, okay, looks like Hind was heavily damaged as well and paid a very hefty price for taking down Cobra in the process. Well, it was an interesting watch at least, anyway. Let's move on. Delirious is very close to American LAV, who is still in the area. Trouble is still having his hedge on for some reason. Delirious is watching Americans around LAV. Parpal is getting kills on Soviets in this area. Okay, looks like according to the chat, Soviets are on 39 tickets while Americans are still on 380, which is exceptional result. Okay, Delirious killing one over here, I3D. And looks like he also discovered in the process American command truck. But that is currently deployed, so unless he's gonna dismantle it, he cannot drive it. And that's probably what he tried to do, pinging admin again for some reason. Well, it was a good effort. He scored the kill over here. Breadman is going to investigate, and so does LAV crew. They won't find anything besides one guy that is biting the dust. So I'm gonna move on. Kirkenperl is trying to flank this now Soviet base. Okay, this is something I did not expect. So Soviets managed to take this base back. Looking still if there is any kind of a challenger to this LAV in this area. But so far it looks like there is nothing that could penetrate this light armored vehicle. Oretonoise is carrying Igla. Saba is pushing far behind enemy line with RPG on the back. Clay and Fungol are having some fun trip just outside of Soviet base.
There's at least 5 guns on me. And I know probably half of them were in that Humvee, but there's still got to be somebody around here somewhere.
Ah, okay, so they have been looking for Americans. I previously spotted in this tree line in the middle. And Saba is actually one of those. Maybe those two with Humvee got already killed, or maybe just they drove away, leaving Saba behind. Meanwhile, Trouble is killing Kerholan 21, who was right here on these rocks, and he's not here anymore. Oh, there he is. All the way from over here. So that was a LAV kill, I think, with coaxial machine gun by the sound of it. Okay, looks like Americans are really decided on focusing on this area. Meanwhile, Skin 81 has to learn how to drive, with Slavar being probably disappointed as a platoon commander, also overseeing the whole situation. They're heading towards town of Mo. I hope that's how it's pronounced. And probably taking a big detour. I hear probably Hind in the distance. Fungol is driving this UAZ to pick Clay up. And I'm pretty sure somebody just heard that. But he's probably waiting for Juicy Kill to drive by. Okay, I wonder what this is. This is Humvee 50 cal on top, driven by Garbett Harrison and having Breadman as a gunner. Meanwhile, we have another Hind. This one is Atalka Hind with bombs. Currently only 3 bombs attached, and probably 1 guy as passenger. Yes, so they are most likely heading for deployment. There's 1 guy in the backseat, and some shots being fired most likely from LAV. I see no UE anywhere in the area, so it should be pretty reasonably safe for Hind to do the deployment anytime soon. Unless there is gonna be another Stinger coming their way. And I'm getting some lags. It's from my end, unfortunately. Meanwhile, Americans made some significant constructions around power plant for better defense. And Hind is taking very low approach right next to the position where the LAV was located last time. And if I'm not mistaken, that LAV is not there because it's burning. So whoever got rid of this LAV did a really great job, because this LAV was a major pain in the ass in this entire area. And Soviets are... Oops, what am I doing? Soviets are finally taking over the initiative and going into assault, it seems. So LAV killing almost Bomber Basin. That was Trouble inside, I believe, with Chevkov. And Soviets lost on tickets. Okay, it was pretty good watch. Not sure if that round was a bit shorter. Yeah, I think it slightly was. We usually have these rounds for about almost close to 2 hours, and this has been not even an hour and a half. So it was noticeably shorter, but still pretty good if you ask me. Hopefully most people will decide to go for another round. I would like to stay for it as well. Everyone seems to be in pretty good condition today. Soviets could use some help, but it's still pretty even if you ask me. So let's take a look. What bases do we have still? It's gonna be the same layout. Fight for this power plant, while teams might switch sides. That depends on what I'm gonna see in a few seconds due to my connection. Okay, so Americans are now on south side.
We just win by tickets every time.
Yeah. They just keep sending dudes at us and just keep killing them.
Yes.
So listen up, Soviets. You might learn something handy over here.
Wouldn't it be better if the
Don't jinx it,
capturing the
don't jinx
bases
it.
mattered more than KD?
I can brag with my 11 kills. I deserve
Yes,
at least
yes,
that
you
much.
Let's hear the feedback from the winning team, so losing team can improve.
So this is
by
a
Unreal
10 win
Tournament.
streak.
Yeah, by Unreal
Yep.
Tournament rules, this is a rampage.
Dominating! I'm gonna go eat.
Alright.
So yeah, we should totally do HSC Unreal Tournament at some point. It's free, you can download it
This
for
is
free
the
now.
game with which my gaming
Just as it
has
was.
started
I mean, it
in
works like widescreen and shit.
2001.
I know.
Let's not discuss Unreal anymore, let's discuss the match. So I'm gonna switch to Soviet side. Let's see if I can get some feedback from these guys as well. Ah, my connection is not cooperating. Okay, I'm gonna reset my proximity voice chat again. Switching modes. Should work. Maybe it didn't work, so I'm gonna try to respawn as Soviet so I can pay attention to what they say. What just happened? Ah, there we go. Okay, looks like American team is leaving for today. They mostly left already. Okay, looks like that's the end of it for today. Hopefully I will see as most of you as possible on the upcoming Thursday match. Thanks for tuning in. It was fun. Good luck next time.